Hi guys, Jordyn here, and welcome to another video. Last night the Oscars were on, and as an avid award show connoisseur, I of course was watching it. Literally all of it, like red carpet, the actual show, the after party stuff. Literally, I was watching the entire thing. So I thought for today's video, I would do a little recap of the Oscars last night. So let's start with the red carpet and a few of the people that were there. Just gonna shimmy to the side a bit so you can get a full picture of the actors and actresses. Okay, now onto my girl Emma Roberts. To me, she looks like a modern day, like, Jessica Rabbit, with, like, her hair kind of more onto one side with, like, the light curls, and then she's showing a little bit of skin. I think she looks beautiful. Apparently, I heard that her dress is very, like, green, very, like, eco-friendly. I don't quite know how. I don't, like, know which parts of the dress are maybe, like, recyclable or, like, reused. I don't really know, but I think she looks beautiful. I think she's showing like a good amount of skin to be like a little like, hey, I'm here, but not too much where it's like, girl, put them all away. So yeah, I think she looks beautiful, and I love her with her red hair. I think she looks really good. Taraji P. Henson looks amazing in this dress. I think she looks absolutely fantastic in this. Like, if I was going to the Oscars, like, this is something, like, I would want to wear. Like, it has, like, a very, like, classic cut, very classic color. This dress looks amazing on her. It's so flattering. I love the off-the-shoulder. She's got a little leg showing. I think she looks damn good. I really like her necklace and her makeup. Let's see. Her makeup looks gorgeous. Her hair looks amazing. Taraji is killing it. I love this dress. I think this dress is one of my favorites. For sure, from the whole red carpet. Okay, next on to Andrew Garfield, who in my eyes can do no wrong, truly. He was up for Best Actor for his role in Hacksaw Ridge, and I love him so much. He looks really sharp. I like it. Ooh, his shoes got a little bit of like little accent to it. Yeah, I think he looks good. I think he looks really put together. He was rocking the long hair for a while for his role in Silence, so I'm liking the shorter, more back to normal kind of dude. But yeah, he looks really good. But honestly, he always does, so no surprise. Okay, Viola Davis, looking beautiful as always. She looks so good in this dress. Viola Davis is one of those people that can pull off brighter colors very well. She did yellow at, was it the SAG Awards? I think so. But I've seen her in a lot of more colorful dresses, and I think she looks amazing in all of them. She pulls off like brighter colors very well, and this dress is no exception. I'm liking like the arm sleeve detail and her little train. I mean, she's beautiful. And now we have Ryan Gosling looking just like he's smoldering, and I love it. It looks like he's doing a little bit of a throwback with like the ruffles in the middle. And I think it's a cool addition because I think it makes him stand out. I think when it comes to guys for award shows, I think it's kind of a little bit harder for them because a lot of them just have like the suits, and I think sometimes it's hard to steer into like different colors and like materials and stuff. Some people do it very well, but I think traditionally you see like the black and white kind of tux and suit and whatnot. So this is kind of nice because it's just enough to be different, but not, for me, it wasn't like too distracting where I was like, what are you going to like the 1980s prom? Honestly though, like he could wear anything, and I'm like, yes. Yes. Okay, the last one I'm going to talk about is my girl, Emma Stone. I'm so excited to see what she's going to wear because to me, she always looks beautiful, and I was like very excited to see like what her Oscar gown would be because I had a feeling she might win. So I was like very excited to see like what she would come out in. This dress is like great movement with like the fringe on the bottom. Like every time she takes a step, it kind of like woo, shakes a little bit. And it's like, it's just enough fringe to like catch your eye and catch like the movement, but not too much where you're like thinking she's a flapper. I'm getting like kind of like a throwback vibe to like old Hollywood with this. It's kind of like the gold design like on her dress, and then like with her hair, she looks beautiful. She's got like the waves, and like Emma Roberts did, kind of like one side was more pushed back like over the shoulder, so that one side could kind of come over the shoulder and be more present. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I think the gold looks amazing on her, and as a redhead, I'm kind of scared of gold because it can sometimes wash me out. But I think with Emma's skin and with like the shade of red her hair is. I think she looks fabulous. Okay, time to shimmy back. Okay, on to the actual Oscars award show. Okay, first off, Justin Timberlake opening up the show with Can't Stop the Feeling, which was a nominated song that night. Amazing performance. I have to say, honestly, I think it was one of the best openings to an award show that I have ever seen. The energy was great, the dancing was great, the singing was great, like, everybody just seemed to be, like, having a good time, and I think for award shows, they can sometimes be stiff and awkward, but I think having Justin Timberlake open up the show with that specific song, I think was perfect, and I think it kind of put everybody at ease and kind of let the people in the audience and people at home watching know that it was going to be a fun night. So Jimmy Kimmel was the host of the Oscars, and normally for opening monologues for award shows, I get a little uncomfortable because they're trying to make jokes and they're trying to make people laugh, and humor doesn't always translate well between people because people have different senses of humor, obviously. So I normally for monologues I get a little nervous about what's gonna happen. But I was pleasantly surprised with Jimmy Kimmel. I really like his humor. I like his show. So one, I was happy that he was going to be hosting it. I thought he was going to do a good job. And then when he started his monologue, I thought it was like the perfect amount of kind of like playful, like teasing, a little bit of politics in there because it's an important time right now in America's history. And then, yeah, I think he just did a really good job of like kind of teasing people and making people laugh at the same time, making people feel comfortable and letting them know that this was going to be a good show. I can't talk about the Oscars without talking about Lin-Manuel Miranda. Wow. So his song for Moana, How Far I'll Go, song that he wrote, was nominated for Best Original Song, and the girl who voiced Moana, whose name I can't pronounce, I'm sorry, she was going to be singing it, but Lin did like a little like prologue rap for it, which is very fitting because it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. But it was so beautiful, it just like set the scene really well, and I thought it was great to like have him be a part of this performance because he did write the music and he was such a big part of the movie Moana, and I know that he was so excited to be there and so excited to like have this song recognized by the Academy. When Ellen hosted the Oscars 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I can't remember. I think a couple years ago. One of her best bits was bringing out a pizza guy to feed everybody because the Oscars are a long night. They always go over their time, so it was like 3 to 4 hours long. Who friggin' knows? People get hungry, and I always think if I'm going to the Oscars, I'm obviously going to have a bunch of snacks in my little clutch, but you just never know like how hungry you're gonna get or how long the show's gonna be. And so when Ellen brought out pizza, I thought that was like such a great bit, and it kind of like normalized the celebrities, I think, for people at home watching. And so I was wondering if Jimmy Kimmel was going to do something similar along like the food line. I know when he hosted, oh my god, I can't remember. He hosted another award show within like the last year. He had the kids from Stranger Things ride out on bikes and like hand out sack lunches. So I was like, okay, is he gonna do something similar to that? What's he gonna do? Just kidding. No, even better. He had candy fall from the sky with little parachutes. They were like little green army men from Toy Story just falling from the ceiling, little beautiful bags full of candy. Licorice, lemon heads, Mike and Ike's. I mean, that's beautiful, and everyone's like trying to grab it. I thought it was an amazing part of the show. At one point, Andrew Garfield like stood up and caught one and then like tossed it to Casey Affleck, and I was like, oh gosh, yes. And then Octavia Spencer, at one point they had cookies and donuts falling from the sky, and Octavia Spencer was like, give them to me, give them to me. And I was like, yes, Octavia, I feel you. In that moment, I would throw elbows for cookies and donuts. Of course I would. It was late in the show. If I'm hungry, I'm getting those cookies and donuts. So yes, that part of the show I thought was amazing, and they did it a few times throughout the night, so like I think it was like a consistent bit that they could do, also to feed people, so overall I thought that was a great job. One of the other bits from the Oscars last night was they had a tour bus full of tourists. They were like going around on like their usual stops in Hollywood, and they were going to come by. I don't remember what Jimmy Kimmel said. They told these tourists they were going to do, but they brought these tourists into the Oscars. And I'm not kidding you, I would give so much to have been on that tour bus and just casually walk into the Oscars and see Emma Stone right in front of my face. The guy who really stole the show was a man named Gary from Chicago. He was like the first one in line when the whole group from the tour came in, and so Jimmy Kimmel was talking to him, and Gary I don't even think he really knew he was at the Oscars, because he was just taking pictures on his phone left and right. Like, he was having a ball, but I don't really think he knew where he was. He was just like seeing everything still through his screen. But I don't know, that was funny. But yeah, I would love, 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 love to have been on that tour bus. Can you also imagine just like walking in? Like, I already know the scene. I'd be wearing like yoga pants, my Nikes, probably a sweatshirt. My hair would be up in like a ponytail. I probably have no makeup on because like my skin would be sunburned, because as a redhead, you know, Hollywood sunshine doesn't work well with this fair skin. So I probably would just be like looking real casual. And then I walk in and I see all these glamorous actors and actresses, directors, producers, everybody in like the movie making industry, and I would just see them and I'm like, wow, I am so underprepared. Please don't judge me for my appearance right now. I love you all. I hope to be amongst you one day. Emma Stone, let's be best friends. Ryan Gosling, I love you. Like, I already know if that was me, that's what would happen. A few big moments that I was very happy about. When Emma Stone won Best Actress, Best Lead Actress, I almost cried, because she is one of my favorite actresses of all time. I have always looked up to her for her talent, her class. Like, I think her personality is amazing. I want to be best friends with her. It's a dream of mine. I love La La Land. I've seen it a few times. I want to go see it again. And her performance in that movie blew me away. I thought she did amazing. And for some odd reason, which I will never understand, people didn't like La La Land, which, I mean, fine, everyone has their opinions, but like, you can't deny that that movie took a lot of work and talent and just like a lot of people coming together to make something that amazing that has had so much recognition. And Emma Stone worked really hard, and I'm so happy for her. And to see her go from like, I think like the first movie I ever saw her in was like Superbad, and then like Easy Yay, and like a few things like leading up, and then now she's in La La Land. She's killing the game, and she just walked up there and gave like a beautifully like eloquent speech, and I was so happy for her, and I think she deserved that award like 100%. And of course, the biggest moment of the night happened in the last like 5 minutes, when the Best Picture was awarded. So Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway came out to present the Best Picture, and I was like wondering while they were like doing their whole thing, when they like opened up the envelope, I was like, why are they taking so long? Like, they're not Ryan Seacrest on American Idol. Like, what is happening? And like Warren Beatty was just like staring at the card. I was like, I don't get what's going on. Like, I don't get this bit. And so then he like was like reading it, and he's like, and the winner is, and then passed it to Faye to read, and then Faye said, La La Land. So everybody's excited once La La Land is read. Like, everybody in the crowd is excited. I'm excited because I picked La La Land to win Best Picture, so I'm like, yay, got it right. And then everybody's like going up on stage, like everybody involved with the movie. And I kid you not, in the middle of their speeches, like the producers are giving their speeches, like, oh my god, I can't believe like how this went down. Like, as like they're giving their speeches, thanking like their family and friends, like as one does when they're on stage like winning an Oscar. I saw like a stagehand or someone with like a headset on, kind of like in the background, like with the people of like La La Land, like talking to people. And I was like something's not right at all. And so I was like something feels off. Like, I don't know, something's wrong. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we didn't win. The winner is Moonlight. And I was sitting there in complete shock, as like everybody else in the audience was. Like, there's pictures, like the moment that happened, like up to today, there's been pictures from that moment, and everybody was just in shock. Like, cause I was like, how do you go from La La Land being the winner to now Moonlight? And I was like, I don't understand, like, what happened? And so then, like, nobody knows if this is, like, if it's, like, a bit or if it's real or what's going on. And I think his name's Jordan Horowitz. I think that's his name. A producer for La La Land was the one who was, like, talking. And he's like, the winner is Moonlight. Like, please come up here. Like, this is not a joke. You guys won. Like, I'm very, like, happy to pass this award on to my friends from Moonlight. So then the whole like entourage from Moonlight comes up, and so we like, you have La La Land who like won but like now isn't the winner, and then you have Moonlight who like thought they didn't win and now they're the winner. And I was like, what is happening? So from that moment, there's speculation on what happened. Some people, for one, I was like, what? How do you mix up Moonlight and La La Land on a card? I don't get that. So I was confused, and I was like, what? What did Faye and Warren do? I don't know. So then it came out, Warren said that his card, when he pulled it up, said Emma Stone La La Land, which is why he was taking so long and passed it on to Faye, because he was like, what? And then Faye saw La La Land and said La La Land. And so I was like, what? What happened? And so that's what Warren said. And then Emma Stone went backstage, and when she was doing her press, she was like, I don't want to like start stuff, but like I have my card that says my name. Like that card never left my hand. So then we're like, is Warren and Faye lying? What's going on with Emma? I don't know. So then there's all like this conspiracy theories and speculation on what was happening, like how did Emma have her card but then Warren had it, like what was going on, like no one really knew. And then the company who does like the counting and the voting, or not the voting, they don't do the voting, but they do the counting and like deliver the envelopes and stuff. They said that they came out, I think it was this morning or late last night, they make duplicates of everything. So, and like the two people who are in charge of bringing the briefcases and all these like important documents to the Oscars, they take separate cars in case like one gets stuck in traffic or one doesn't make it or some whatever. So there's always going to be two of the results in case one person doesn't get there. So what happened was Warren Beatty somehow got the duplicate of the actress in a leading role card. Nobody knows how he got that card, but we now know that that card that he read was the other copy of Emma Stone's winning announcement. Overall, I thought the Oscars, I thought it was a really great show, from beginning to end, pretty good. And I thought Jimmy Kimmel did a really good job hosting. I really thought he did a great job. I made my Oscar picks about a month ago and spent the entire night keeping track to see like if I got them right or got them wrong. So that's my idea of fun. So yeah, here's my list from last night's Oscars. I actually did pretty well. I think I got 16 out of 24 right. Would have got 17, but you know, Moonlight snuck in at the end and got Best Picture, but I highlighted all the ones that I got correct and then crossed out the ones that I didn't. So overall I got a lot of the big ones right, which I was happy about, and a lot of the smaller ones like Best Foreign Language Film, I didn't see any of those, so I just made a guess. But for the most part, I think I did pretty good. I was really proud of myself. I got like what I got screenplay, score, song, supporters, leads, director, and Best Picture right. And I was like, I'm killing this. I'm doing so well. And then the last 5 minutes of the show happened. Moonlight actually won Best Picture, so I didn't get that one right. But you know what? I'll take it. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for following along with my Oscars recap, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!